Tiny Toon Adventures Lost in the Funhouse. Acme University. Boom! The school bell rang at Acme University. Buster Bunny, Bob's Bunny, Plunky Duck, Football, Sweetie, and Hampton all ran outside. It's time to party, Buster style, said Buster. Today's an extra special day. Our Thrills and Spills class is sending us on a field trip to the Acme amusement park to see the sights, ride the rides, have fun in the fun house, and eat the food, said Hampton. That's the kind of assignment I like best. The Acme amusement park was a great place. There were a million and one things to do. Wee! Yelled Sweetie on the Ferris wheel. Meow! Cried the Fobble as it bumped the bumper cars. Yow! Screamed Plunky on the roller coaster. When do we eat? Whined Hampton on every ride. It doesn't get any better than this, said Buster as he led everybody to the fun house. It looks weird, said Bobs as she peeked inside. When do we eat? Whined Hampton. We eat when we're done having fun, Plunky told Hampton. But Plunky was nervous about entering the spooky fun house. Then he had an idea. Hampton, if you lead the way, you'll be the first one out and the first one to the snack bar, he said. Carefully, Hampton crept into the fun house. It was dark, and suddenly something large and strange stood in front of him. Yep, he screamed. Then he looked again. It's only me. Hampton laughed. In a funhouse mirror. Hampton hurried down the hall, looking into mirror after mirror until he stopped short. He had found a mirror that he really liked. His reflection was tall and lean, the best he'd ever seen. This one looks exactly like me, he said. Soon Buster led the rest of his friends into the funhouse and past the many magical mirrors. They twisted and turned, wriggled and waved until they liked what they saw. Buster said, I look like a super rabbit. Bobsy said, I look like a superstar. Plunky said, I look like an eagle. Sweetie said, I look like a sensational singer. Fubber said, I look like a lion. Meanwhile, Hampton hurried on through the fun house. Soon he found himself lost in a maze of mirrors. He went this way and that way and bumped his snout and started to shout, Help! I'm lost! Hampton's friends all heard him hollering for help. We have to hunt for Hampton, said Buster. Plunky Dog looked at himself in the mirror. He felt heroic. I will find the pig, he said as he flew off, feeling like an American eagle. But soon Plunky was also lost in the maze of mirrors. He flew this way and that way, and bumped his beak and began to bellow. That's just a dandy. Now there are dozens of dizzy ducks in the dark. Help! He heard Hampton holler. I'm getting hungry. The rest of the gang heard Hampton hollering and Plunky Dog bellowing. We have to hunt for Hampton and pinpoint the Plunky, said Buster. Fubble looked at him. In the mirror, he felt brave. I will find that hungry Hampton and that dizzy dog, he said as he raced off feeling like a lion. But soon Fubble found himself lost in the maze of mirrors. He ran this way and that way and tripped on his tail, which caused him to quietly cry. Help! He heard Hampton holler. I need a food. The remaining friends heard Hampton hollering, Plunky Dog bellowing, and Fubble fussing. We have to hunt for Hampton, pinpoint Plunky, and find Fubble, said Buster. Sweetie looked at herself in the mirror. I will find the piggy pig, the funny foal, and the tomcat. I can't follow my sweet song. she said as she flew off fast. But soon she found herself lost in the maze of meters. She flew this way and that way until she sang herself silly. Help! She heard Hampton holler. I'm starving! Now Buster and Bobster heard Hampton hollering, Plunky Dog bellowing, Flubble fussing, and Sweetie singing. Now we have to hunt for Hampton, pinpoint the Plunky, find Flubble, and search for Sweetie, said Buster. We will have to be the heroes. Just like in the movies, said Bobs. Soon they spotted Sweetie. I sang too hard, she could only whisper. Help! They heard Hampton holler. I am famished. Now all we have to do is find Fubble, pinpoint Plunky, hunt for Hampton, said Buster. The trio tracked through the funhouse until they found the flustered Fubble twisting his tail. You are safe with us now, said Bobs. Meow, said the Fubble. Help! They heard him to holler, I need a supper. The fourth son finally pinpointed the Plunky. He was unbending his beak so he could speak. Just my luck, he clunked. To be a flexible dog. Well, we pinpointed the Plunky successfully, sought Sweetie, and found the Fubble, said Buster. Now, all we have to do is hunt for Hampton. They all listened for Hampton's hollering, but heard nothing. Had something happened to him? Now, the friends were worried about hungry Hampton. They looked this way and that way, but they couldn't find him or hear him anywhere, here or there. Finally, the group bumped and bumbled and bunked their way through the maze of meters and out of the funhouse. Once outside, they heard, Hi, what took what took you so long? It's Hampton, shouted Bobs. He's over there at the snack bar. How did you find your way out of the fat house? Boss asked. Oh, it's easy, Hampton said. But I couldn't yell for help anymore. I decided to focus on the smell of the food and followed it right out of the fun house. Buster and Bobs and Sweetie and Plunky and Fubble all look at Hampton. They'd been bunked and bruised and baffled and busy all because of Hampton. Now here he was no longer hungry and very happy, and they weren't. The group slowly began to surround Hampton. Hampton began to back away from them. But just then, right before they were going to pounce on the portly pig, they smelled his food. I'm getting hungry, said Buster. I need food, said Bobs. I'm starving, said Plunky. I'm famished, said Flubble. I need a supper, said Sweetie. So they all sat down to a hearty meal. Full of food and fun, the buddies boarded the bus back to school, but not before a stop at the gift shop. They each bought a miniature magical funhouse meter. These amazing meters, bubbled Bobs. They make you look any way you can imagine yourself to be, and everyone agreed.